My day was pretty good. I had school, so I studied a lot. I had 3 homeworks. I also had to clean my room and my bathroom, which sucked, but it's part of life. And I had soccer practice at the end of the day.
Nice. Do you like to play soccer?
Yeah, soccer is my favorite sport. I've been playing since I was 6 years old, and it has been in my family for a long time. So yeah, I've been playing this whole time, and it was really fun. Practice is the best part of the day.
That's nice. When I was young, I used to play volleyball.
Hmm.
I like it a lot because I could be with my friends and I could play the sport that I like the most.
Hmm.
I have good memories, Iago, that time.
Yeah.
Well, Iago, I believe you and your father talked about coming here for counseling.
Hmm.
So you asked him to find a counselor to help you with some experience that you don't know how to deal with. I would like for you to know that your father signed and assigned and informed consent
Yeah.
plan for you to be here and start your first counseling section.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, good people seek for counseling because they want to feel better about their issues and their emotions. Me, as your counselor today, I'm looking for to help you manage your life issues.
Hmm.
I will give you some good tools and will show you ways that you can deal and overcome those issues.
Hmm.
I also provide you with ways of looking at your issues and creating different mindsets about it. Have you ever been in a counseling section before?
Never. This is my first time, so it's kind of a different experience, but pretty good so far.
Okay. How do you feel about it? Since it's your first time talking to a counselor to deal with your issues.
It's like talking to a friend when you're feeling alone or having
Nice.
problems. So it's pretty good.
Nice. I would like to know that I am a Christian counseling student
Mm.
from Bible College. I'm not professional yet. This is an assignment from my counseling class. However, we are going to have this counseling and I'm going to show you how a Christian counselor usually help by giving counseling.
Mm.
Okay? It's important to remember that we all need support from time to time to get a hand of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, how may I help you today? What should you want to talk about?
So this past year since I moved to Florida, because I used to live in Texas for 3 years, before I moved to Florida. So it was all a different experience. It was totally different. And COVID striked and changed everything. School, we couldn't see each other. Soccer practice got canceled. So it really messed my schedule up, and I've been having anxiety problems and being really stressed, and I don't know how to manage my time. Because I have a lot of activities that I do. I go to church. I spend time with my family, even though I want to spend more time.
Understand.
Yeah, I have soccer. I have my girlfriend, which I also want to spend time together. And school obviously takes half of my day off, so it's really hard to balance the time for everything, you know. So yeah, I've been really stressed about it, having anxiety problems. When I go to sleep, I don't sleep well because of it, so it's really stressing.
I see.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I came here to talk to you, so I can maybe find a way that I can find a solution to changing that. And one of the things too is that I want to spend more time with my family, because I have so much stuff to do. A lot of times I don't have time to be with them. I don't have time to go to the movies with them. I don't have time to be with my brothers, to be friends like we used to be back then.
I understand you. Okay, Iago, could you tell me more about that? Could you tell me more about that, Iago?
So since school started and COVID started too, we have the choice of being either home or in school. And I chose to be home because it's less stressful and I have the comfort of my room to study, which helps me a lot. So because of that, a lot of things changed in school. We don't use papers anymore, we use computers, everything is online, so it has its goods and its bads. Sometimes it's because of Wi-Fi, so because of my Wi-Fi, sometimes my Google Meet stops and I lose part of my class, and that really stops me and I lose track of my time. And because of a little thing like that, my whole day gets distracted and differently because of a little problem of Wi-Fi.
I see.
But besides school, after I finish, I work in my soccer team and I play too, so I have to be there earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I am a coach for the young kids from 13 to 14 years old, so it's important that I have to be there in time. It's important that I have to be the first one to be there and the last to leave. I also play for the team, so I'm one of the captains. So I need to be there in time. I need to be in practices,
Cool.
so I can be an example for them. And even though everything like that happens, I lose track of my time because of my family. I lose time that I can be with them because of that.
Mm. When did you notice those issues starting?
I noticed it starting maybe a month after school started because soccer came at the same time since COVID kind of had a slowdown.
Understand.
Yeah, so it started around that time, and because of that, I also started going to a new church. I met my girlfriend, so everything kind of like came in at the same time. So I was lost. I was stressed because I lost hang of my time, and I started to have anxiety because of that, thinking that I couldn't finish this homework, thinking that I couldn't be with my girlfriend, I wouldn't have time to finish cleaning my room or to be with my family, which is something that I really want. So I started to notice that I was different in some ways. I was more stressed, my attitude changed with people because of it, and I know that it's not the way I am, so I really started to notice that and talk to my parents. So that's why I asked them to be here with you, so I can get a different opinion and maybe find a solution to my problem.
I understand.
Yeah. I also was thinking that maybe because of how many activities I have to do, I lose track of my time, and it's important that I can keep the time right for everything so that I can balance maybe somehow my activities and find a way that I can put my family, my girlfriend on it too. And since I work for soccer and I play also, it's something that I can't skip, so it's something that it's already settled in my schedule. So I need to always remember about that too. And church on Friday, which is right after my school, and it's really stressing because I need to get ready fast, so I'm able to get in church on time.
Okay. Oh. Okay, so I understand. What you are saying is that the main problem that you are suffering is anxiety because you have a lot of things to do during your week, and that hasn't allowed you to be 100% on one thing, right?
Yeah. Because of how many activities I do, which is a lot, I lose time, I get stressed, I get anxiety because of it, and that allows me to not be focused on one thing. And it's really important to keep my focus. And because of all the activities I do, I lose my focus, and I need to get back to it somehow by maybe finding a solution, by changing something in my schedule, by I don't know. But yeah, because of it, I cannot keep focusing 100% on one thing. I always gotta think what I'm gonna do after, like soccer.
I see.
Right after soccer, I gotta think. I gotta do my homework, so I'm not really 100% focused in it. Or school, I gotta think how I have to go to my soccer practice so I can teach the kids. So I'm always thinking ahead, and that really takes my focus away.
What about family?
In my family, because of how much things I do, when I get home it's maybe 9:30, and by then I have to do my homework. And until I finish my homework it's already 11, and that really takes my time with my family away since school takes half of my day off, then soccer practice takes 2/3 of it, so then I just lose track of it, and my family kind of misses me too. They complain about
Understand.
it. They complain that I'm not together with them so much. I'm not frequently with them, and I understand that because of my soccer, because of my things that I do, that happens.
I understand you.
Yeah, it's really stressing because I want to give 100% to my family because they're the most important thing in my life, and I don't want them to feel like they're a second option in my life, because they're the most important ones in my life. They're always the ones that are gonna be here when I need them. They're the ones that that when I'm alone, they're always gonna put their hand up and help me out. So I really need to find a focus and a balance for it.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like this is disturbing you.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you tell me what exactly made you feel anxious?
What exactly made me feel anxious? I think what exactly made me feel anxious was I started hearing complainings about me, saying that I changed, that I'm not so focused, that I'm not taking school seriously, that I'm not taking my time with my family, that I'm not being 100% with my girlfriend. And all those things added up really made me feel anxious because sometimes because of that I don't feel like I'm capable of doing things, or I feel like I'm missing something, or I'm doing something bad or different, and it's really not what I want. So because of all of the things that I do, hearing complaints about me really makes me feel anxious and stressed because I strive to be the best as I can. And when I notice that I'm out of the right yago,
Mm.
it starts to bother me and I feel anxious about it.
I understand.
I also think that because of the soccer practice, I start to put things on second plan because since I like soccer so much,
Mm-hmm.
I forget about school and I'm thinking, oh, I want to go to soccer already. Oh, I want to go. And that makes me lose focus of my class, and sometimes I can miss maybe a subject. I can miss maybe this one homework that I needed to finish and I didn't finish, and because of that I really lose my focus because soccer sometimes comes in first place, which it shouldn't. Also, since I want to spend time with my girlfriend on the weekends, that takes time from I can be with my family. And by having so many responsibilities and being with so many people at once, it's hard for a 16-year-old to balance it.
I
But
understand.
yeah, but I believe that I can find maybe a balance. That's the reason why I'm here. I believe that you're capable of telling me and helping me on giving me opportunities for that.
Looking now, it seems you are having problem managing your time since you have so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? School, family, girlfriend, soccer, and church.
Yeah.
That seems a lot for someone that's 16.
Yeah.
It's that right?
Yeah, it's really hard since I have school and I'm 16. School takes already half of my day, so it's the other half. I have four things to do: church, family, girlfriend, soccer. So that really keeps me off my balance. And since I'm 16-year-olds usually don't have so much to do. But I believe that if I start to study things that I can be more focused, that will help me a lot. But since soccer takes already my time, my girlfriend takes time, I really want to focus on time with my family too.
I understand.
And because of that, I really don't have enough time with them. So that makes me anxious too, because I feel like I'm not so much of a part of the family. And at 16, that really hurts the parents because they want to be around with me to watch me grow and watch me develop 100%, you know?
Understand.
Yeah, so it's really hard for me to hear that I'm not so much with my family, and it's what I strive for. I strive to be with my family 100%. They're the ones that gave birth to me. They're the ones that taught me all the things that I know, my character and who I am. So I want to be able to balance the time so I can be more with them. Also soccer. Maybe I need to find a way to talk to them and see how I can change my schedule.
I see.
And how I can change my schedule so I can be able to be more with my family and have time with my girlfriend also. And yeah, that's really how much I've been dealing with.
I understand. Awesome idea, Iago. So how can you start to manage your time differently?
I can maybe, I was thinking, like I was talking to my girlfriend, she gave me the idea, and my family also told me that a long time ago, and I should listen. They told me about buying a planning board for my room.
Nice.
And by doing that, I can maybe write the times, I can write the activities I have in a day, so I can know what time I have to do each thing, so I can be more focused, you know. And by doing that, I think that I'll start change maybe a little, and little by little I can start to feel more secure about my timing, about being with my family. And yeah, the planning board may help since I can wake up every day, go up to it and look at what I have on a day. And by doing that I can look at the time, so when I finish school, I know that at this time I need to go to soccer, and at this time I need to get home, and this time I need to finish homework, so then I have time, you know, for my family and girlfriend, and it's all in my head and I'm not lost. And I think by doing that, I'm not going to be so stressed and anxious about it, since I know what I'm going to do in a day. So I really think that's going to help me out. Maybe not just the planning board, but watching videos on YouTube about how to be focused on your job, how to be more with your family when you're far away with them, how to have more activities in families.
Really?
Yeah, I've been watching some videos. I think that will help, but little by little, I'm learning a lot. And yeah, but I think the planning board it's a good start. That I think that will help a lot.
Yeah, I understand you. Awesome idea, Iago. So you are thinking of buying a planning board
Yeah.
to put in your room so you can plan your week before it starts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. By doing that, like I told you, I can really organize my activities on a day and think ahead, you know. So maybe let's say Monday, I know that Friday I'm gonna have this and that, so I cannot do anything besides that. So by doing that, I can have time with my family, with my girlfriend, and I'm not gonna be anxious since I know that I have to do this and that. It's not a surprise for me, or it's not gonna stress me out. And I can really change my attitude about it too. Maybe
Understand.
by being more positive about it, by taking school 100% serious so I can finish everything at school. Maybe I don't have to do homework after school if I have enough time, if I finish things on time. Then I have time with my family, and after soccer, I can chill, talk to my girlfriend, watch a movie maybe with my brothers, play video games,
Good.
and yeah, that can really help me out with my stress and anxiety about school
I
and
understand.
all those things since
I
it's so
understand.
much. Yeah. And also thinking about it.
About God.
Yes. Church. I have a group that I do every
Really?
Monday and Sunday. Yeah. We get together. We talk about the Bible. We read the Bible. We sing songs, worship, and after that we have a little play time. We play games. We play game boards. We play video games or watch a movie. And that's really something that God has been talking to me in my heart. I know that God put me in the world for a reason. It's to change the person, maybe somehow make them happy or help them out in the hardest times, because a lot of times we have people that doesn't have a friend to talk to, doesn't have a family that's well stable that can talk to them. And by us doing this Bible study that we call it LW, Light of the World, we can really help them out by being their family, you know, by being their second family, by being the person that they can talk to and always get in contact to open up, to tell a problem. And maybe God always talks to us in a way, by maybe reading a verse, by saying something that changes the person, that really touches their heart. And God plays like that, you know. He works so mysteriously. So that's something that's really important for me, because it really builds my character. It builds who I am, and first and most important, it's what God wants, you know.
So you have two different groups, Christian groups.
I have
one in church or.
Yes. On Fridays I have. It's not my group. It's the group that the church does. It's like a little worship only for the teens. And on Mondays and Sundays I have my group that I created, which we can get together.
Really?
Yeah.
Two groups.
Two groups.
Nice.
And it's something that really helps me out a lot, because I can never be here. I'll never be doing the things that I do right now if it wasn't for God, you know. So it's always good to talk about Him and to always keep Him in my heart.
Okay. Well, Iago, how are you feeling now that you found the planning board solution, and also discussing your feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel less anxious now, and can you see your days more organized from now on?
Yeah, talking to you right now really opened up my mind about the planning board. Thinking about it now, it's really something that's so simple and that you can get everywhere on Walmart. Like today, you can walk over there and get it. And it will really help me out. It's a really good start. It's another thing that I can put in my head, and it's something that I can organize my activities since I have so much to do. And by putting the times and by organizing it, I can think ahead, and it will really help me out. The idea of planning board is perfect, and it's cheap, so it's a good way to start. And I think the planning board can really help me out by organizing outside of my head, since I might forget an activity or the time that I need to do. If I look in the planning board right after, I can remember, oh, at this time I have this and that. I can't forget. And by doing that, I can also take my picture on my phone of my planning board when I'm not at home, so I never forget. So it's a really good idea. It can really help me out a lot. Good. And it's a good way to start.
Now that you had the idea of the planning board, how do you plan to organize your day? To think about it.
I will first, in the start of the week, so let's say Monday, I'm gonna write my whole week out. I'm gonna write my activities on each day, the times, and by doing that, I can already focus more by knowing, look, I have this activity, it's not today, it's tomorrow. And I can also write tests that can help me out with school. So if I have a test on Thursday, I can write test on Thursday, so I know and I'm prepared for it, and I don't forget to study for it. But also I can write the times for my soccer practice, so I know that at this time I need to be in soccer. So by writing that down on the board, I can remember, and also by remembering the time I have to eat, because I have a break for school. And by writing, and by doing that, I can maybe calculate, like, I have 2 hours for my family, so it's important that I don't do nothing after this, so I can be with them, and that's gonna really help me out. So by writing down on Monday, maybe I can plan out the whole week. I can focus and understand the things I need to do before I do this and that next day. And
you
also
think you'll be more organized?
Yes, more organized, more focused. And since the planning board, the whole idea of it is organizing your week, since it has the dates and a little box for you to write on. By getting a planning board, it's a good way to start, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be more organized after that.
Really?
Yeah, I can really see that helping me a lot. Also thinking about it, by having the planning board, I can write dates and maybe think of activities I can do. Let's say if Friday I have this amount of time that I can do this, so maybe I can plan something with my friends, which they're also very important, and sometimes I can't see them because of how many activities I have to do. And some of them already complain, hey, you're so lost, like, you're not with us so much, so what's happening? So that can help me out, not just by being organized, but also by being more present with them.
I understand.
Besides all the other ones I told you, my family, friends, girlfriend, soccer, church, group church, which is a lot. So the planning board can help me a lot.
Are you worried about your family more?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, the main issue for me is the time with my family. It's focusing on them, because I know that if anything goes wrong, if I lose everyone, there's always going to be them, and that's something I'm never losing. They're my blood, they're the ones I came from, they're the ones that I learned for. And yeah, my family is the one that really keeps in my head and really makes me feel some type of way, because I know that they're the most important thing in my life, and I don't want to be the one in my family that's not with them so much, So my family.
So, Iago, you told me you are having problem managing your time
Mm-hmm.
since you have so much to do, such as school, family, girlfriends, soccer, and church. You also told me you wanted to have more quality time with your family,
Mm-hmm.
like going to the movies, go out in family and more. However, with your unorganized time, you were not able to do those things, right?
Yeah.
That's why everything has left you anxious, sad, and frustrated. Today, after we talked, you had the idea of the planning board.
Mm-hmm.
That idea will help you organize your days better, or organize your days better, and to have a better quality time with your family, the one you love the most, right?
Yes. Thinking of that and listening to all that you said, it really shows that the planning board can be a good solution, you know. The planning board can really organize my time. It can show a little gap in my days and my schedule, and it can give me an idea of how to handle my time, how to handle my events, my work, my school, which is already something that
Understand.
it's super important, and it's something that I need to always remember. So it's already something that takes a lot of my time, and the planning board can really show me what I'm missing on each day. So if I forget of activity, when I wake up, I can go on a planning board, look at it, and be like, oh, I forgot about this. And about the
Understand.
family issue, I can plan, so I can already plan on the day before that I have a plan with y'all, with my family, and that can really help me out by remembering that I have this at this time, and I won't forget about that with my
Good.
friends. So if my friends say, yeah, well, let's do this on a Friday at 12, I can remember, oh, my bad, at 12 I have this with my family, and by writing down I can remember, you know. And I can also remember dates. Let's say I have a test, a nationwide test on my school.
Good.
It's December something. I can write it down, and I always remember, so I don't lose track of my days, of my school activities, and also my soccer, which is very important. I have soccer games on the weekends, so I can write down the time for my soccer games and be prepared, you know, mentally, physically, and spiritually, you know. In church, yes, in church, by writing down the times for my groups, for my church on Friday, I can always remember what's super important, because, you know, me and my family always talked about how God is first in our lives because of everything He does for us. We need to remember that God is the most important thing in our lives, and after that it's family. The only thing after God is family, and, you know, God really helps me out. He blesses me every single day by giving me opportunity of being alive, of teaching kids, and by learning from the groups and from church, I can also teach the kids about it too, you know. I can bring to them,
Understand.
I can be more reliable, I can be more understanding, I can be more patient, and by doing that I feel like I can change maybe a life each day. I can change the way the person is on a day, so I can make them feel happier. It's really important. It's really good. It's a really good idea that you and me discussed and had right now.
I understand you.
And thinking about it, after all we talked, I need to be more organized. You know, I need to be more organized with my time, with taking care of me, because after everything I said, I haven't said once about me, you know.
Yeah.
because I really focus my time
Understand.
for other people. That's how I grew up, how my character is. I like to give more than receive. I'm the type of person that cares more about people, of how they're feeling than me. So maybe if I can find a way of balancing and having time for me, I can focus on me, I can focus on being less stressed and taking some activities away from me. It can help me be more of myself, you know, and help me be less stressed and less anxious.
Understand. Well, Iago, you are going through a transition phase where it brought more responsibilities.
Yeah.
Every transition brings some challenges that we face as a result of the change of our phases in life. Learning to deal with the situation will help you to work better with the situations that this new time has brought.
Yeah.
Iago, everyone goes through phases that bring the situation where we think that we are not capable of dealing with them. If we learn how to deal with the difficulties, regardless of how these challenges are given to us, we are going to have to be able to break barriers that we were built during the transition in our lives. As you said, you are a Christian.
Yes.
And you had moments of intimacy with God. So I advise you to keep a connection with Him at all time.
Yes.
In the Bible, we learn that we need to learn to deal with feelings in a healthy way. God created us in His image in a perfect form and in a perfect time. However, we as His creation should learn from Him. Feelings shape our personality and give meaning to our experiences.
Yes.
We need to learn to deal with our emotions because they are the ones who help us on our construction of our personality. The Bible says that we should not be anxious in anything, but the peace of God will calm your heads in Christ Jesus.
Yes. After hearing that, it really calms my soul.